Hi guys, welcome to my videos. So guys, I'm getting a lot of questions about how MP inquiry can really affect uh, your application. So I thought of like making a video so that I can share my information. So before I proceed further, if you have not already subscribed to my channel, please go and subscribe right now, because I regularly upload videos on your demands and I'm always free to your questions, and feel absolutely free to write anything. This is your own channel. Alright guys, so MP stands for Member of Parliament. So you can always find who is your Member of Parliament if you are in Canada, and you can contact them. They can act as a representative for you in front of IRCC. Some MPs want you to sign some documents on email, some even invite you to their office, but in this current coronavirus situation, I guess everyone is gonna do it online. Now when it comes to IRCC applications, they can find out quick information for you, no doubt. For example, if you suppose your application right now, IRCC is not committing any processing time, but under normal circumstances, let's say for spouse sponsorship 1 year processing time, so you are at 14th month and you don't know where your application is. So what can you do? You can file a GCMS note that comes after a month. You can go for a web form query that may come after a few days. But if you go for MP inquiry, like it depends upon the office, they can dial IRCC using an MP hotline and get the instant information for you. There was a case, I'll tell you, that happened with one of my friends. In his GCMS note, there were some question like about his eligibility, because one of his experience letter did not have some information. So there was a question mark. So he asked me what to do. So I told him go and do MP inquiry. So he went to his MP office, and his MP office dialed IRCC and got the detailed information. So this had happened. Even for various applications, I have gone through my MP office, and my MP was very cooperative at my old address, and they used to follow up every 3 months, in some cases every month, to find out what was going on. So it depends upon office to office also. Some offices may even refuse to follow up on your case. It's totally their call. Now coming to the influence, based on my analysis, I don't think they can influence, because influencing IRCC decision is like favoring somebody. Why would they do that? Of course, if it has been delayed or something, they may ask to speed up. I'm not sure about it, but they may, because if the processing time 12 months and it has gone to 15 months for no reason, they can say, okay, now go for it. That may happen. I don't know. But yes, influence, in my understanding, in my opinion, I don't think they can do anything about it. But I'm really not sure about it, because this is a gray area. And whatever I'm telling you is based on my information that I have gone through my experience and various posts that I read online. But yes, it can give some information, some quickly, compared to GCMS and web form. Sometimes like I'll tell you, my citizenship application there, my MP office used to follow up every month, but still it took few months before I got the test invitation, but after that it was fine. So that is what it is, guys. So I hope you like this video. Make sure you give it a line comment, and if you have any concern, any question, anything that comes to your mind, feel always absolutely free to ask. This is your own channel. Thank you, guys.